last now, and it's Night Nurse from Tree Tangle on the far side. Bird's Nest coming there very strongly in between those two. Night Nurse jumps in the lead from Bird's Nest and Tree Tangle, and then just in behind them Lanzarote, and it's Night Nurse, Paddy Broderick in the lead from Bird's Nest. Comedy of Errors coming there strongly now with Lanzarote, then Dramatist on their heels as they come to the second last in the champion hurdle, and Night Nurse touches down in the lead from Bird's Nest second, then Lanzarote, then Comedy of Errors, and then the fading Dramatist, and they're rounding the home turn now, and Night Nurse, Paddy Broderick in the lead from Bird's Nest in second, then comes Lanzarote coming to the final flight in the champion hurdle now, and it's Night Nurse from Bird's Nest and Lanzarote and Comedy of Errors. Night Nurse in the lead over the final flight, Night Nurse from Bird's Nest, then Lanzarote, and racing into the final 150 yards, and Bird's Nest putting in a tremendous run. It's Night Nurse from Bird's Nest racing up towards the line, and Bird's Nest beginning to get up on the far side, but Night Nurse is holding him, and as they come to the line, Night Nurse is going to win it. At the line, Night Nurse is the winner, Bird's Nest is second. To the third flight, third from home now. Sea Pigeon making good ground towards the outside, and as they jump it, it's Beacon Light now from Night Nurse and Bird's Nest, and then comes Master Monday making good progress, but Night Nurse fighting his way back on the inside now. Paddy Broderick and Night Nurse as they come towards the second last now, and it's Night Nurse on the inside. Over on the far side is Dramatist with Bird's Nest, and as they level up now for home, it's Night Nurse on the inside from Dramatist, and Monksfield coming there strongly too, and it's Night Nurse from Monksfield and Dramatist. Bird's Nest over on the far side, Night Nurse and Dramatist together, and Monksfield and Sea Pigeon on the near side, and it was Night Nurse there from Monksfield and Dramatist as they race into the closing stages. It's Night Nurse from Monksfield, these two now, Night Nurse for England and Monksfield for Ireland as they race up to the line, and Night Nurse is going to win it again. Night Nurse wins the champion hurdle from Monksfield in second, Dramatist is third, and Sea Pigeon fourth. Pressure, and is this going to be Monksfield getting his vengeance? And it's Monksfield on the near side, Night Nurse on the far side, and it's Monksfield on the near side, Night Nurse on the far side. These two fighting it out. Night Nurse is fighting his way back on the far side. Monksfield is battling on the near side. It's Monksfield from Night Nurse as they race to the line. Monksfield is just holding Night Nurse, but Night Nurse is fighting his way back. And as they come to the line, it's a photo finish. It's a photo between Night Nurse and Monksfield. I wouldn't like to call that one. Peter Hoff is third and four, True Song. 5 is Cooch Bahar. Then comes Straight Row. Behind Straight Row is Flying Diplomat. Behind Flying Diplomat is King Neptune. And then comes Fighting Kate. Well, this is a real photo finish, this one.
And what a fantastic race this was. Certainly the mistake at the second last when Night Nurse stood off too far, landed on top of the hurdle. That certainly altered the balance. At the last, they were in the air together. He wrapped the last again, Night Nurse, and Monksfield was perhaps 3/4 of a length up. Paddy Broderick with his whip in his left hand here, and possibly Night Nurse starting to run away with it, run away from it, you'd think. Paddy puts it down here, pulls it through, straightens out, and continues to ride Night Nurse with his right hand. You wouldn't have thought you could have had a better finish than this race 12 months ago, but this is it. Monksfield holding on to his advantage all the way up the run-in until the very last strides. And have you ever seen Paddy Broderick ride a finish like this? Night Nurse, he'd never hit him with the whip hardly behind the saddle until Cheltenham. Well, he has today, and he's answered every call. And in the last few strides, has he got...
Now running to the water. Number 5 of the 12 obstacles. Just jumped once, of course, this. Night Nurse and Dramatist together. Night Nurse on the inside of Dramatist, Drumlery very close to them, then Crown Court. Night Nurse, Dramatist, Drumlery and Crown Court as they come to the 6th. Very little between the two leaders. Night Nurse on the inside of Dramatist. The other two very close. All jumped it beautifully. Night Nurse, Dramatist, Drumlery making ground on the inside. Then Crown Court, the 7th. Dramatist on the far side of Night Nurse, Drumlery and Crown Court. Now coming to another ditch. 5 from home, number 8. Dramatist, Night Nurse. Mistake by Crown Court there. Bookmakers asking for odds of 5 to 4. You can bet 5 to 4 on Dramatist or Night Nurse. Drumlery quite close behind him. Very little between the two leaders. Night Nurse bidding to give £4 to Dramatist. Could be a vital £4 this. As they come down to the next. The 4th from home. Night Nurse lands in the lead from Dramatist. Coming down to the 3rd last. And Dramatist going strongly on the near side. It's the final ditch this. And the better jump by Night Nurse there. As they come down to the 2nd last, Night Nurse on the far side, Dramatist, John Joe O'Neill and Bill Smith, very little between them. Night Nurse just touches down ahead of Dramatist. Then Drumlery back in 3rd. And the ex-champion hurdler bidding now for his 100,000 prize-winning mark. Wonder jump. Night Nurse from Dramatist, then Drumlery, and racing into the closing stages. And it's John Joe O'Neill on Night Nurse from Dramatist. And here's the old Night Nurse striding away and really enjoying himself, burying the memory of that poor run in the Cheltenham Gold Cup. And Night Nurse wins the Sean Graham Trophy. 2nd is Dramatist, 3rd Drumlery, and some way back in 4th, Crown Court. And so the full official result of the...
They have 4 fences to jump now, and Bouchereau also making ground. Night Nurse in the centre. On the outside, Bouchereau. Coming there too is Ice Plant, and Druce is just behind them. They're over, and that's Night Nurse the leader, chased by Ice Plant. And on the outside comes Bouchereau, and they're followed by Druces as they run down now towards the 3rd last fence. And that's Night Nurse on the far side in the lead. On the near side is Ice Plant. Night Nurse from Ice Plant, Bouchereau in 3rd, and they're clear. They're running towards the final 2 fences now in this Red Alligator chase, and that's Night Nurse in the lead. What a comeback this will be if he holds on. Night Nurse in the lead. Coming to the 2nd last, Alan Brown with a clear advantage over the 2nd last from Ice Plant in 2nd, Bouchereau staying on the far side in 3rd, and they're well clear of Royal Charlie and Druces as they come down now towards the final fence. And Night Nurse is the leader from Bouchereau with Ice Plant in 3rd, and they're clear of Royal Charlie, and then Auckland Jack at the last. Night Nurse, Bouchereau staying on in 2nd, but Night Nurse puts in a good jump, and he's storming away. Night Nurse, what a great performance from the Peter Easterby trained former champion hurler, storming up to win this Red Alligator Handicap chase, his first appearance on a race course in 15 months, and you couldn't ask for a more popular or convincing